Good morning everyone, my name is Paul Hitchcock. I am BA Systems Managing Director based here in Finland, in Helsinki. And first of all, we're delighted to be here at the invitation of the Finnish Ministry of Defence, and we look forward to demonstrating and proving the exceptional capability of the Eurofighter aircraft and wider system. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the ambassadors from the UK, Germany, Italy and Spain, who represent the 4 Eurofighter partner nations, for joining us here today. And you will be hearing from them very shortly. I'm also delighted that we have senior representatives here today from the UK Ministry of Defence, the Royal Air Force, and from our industry partners, Airbus. This morning you will hear from the ambassadors. You will hear from John Russell, who is BA Systems Campaign Director for the Finland HX programme, and from Steve Formoso, BA Systems Chief Test Pilot, who will be conducting a number of the trials over the next 10 days. After which we will have the opportunity for some questions, which will be moderated by Simon Astley, a member of our communications team. We will then move outside where you have the opportunity to see, to film the Eurofighter aircraft. There will also be a short briefing at that time in front of the aircraft by one of our senior test pilots, Piers Dudley. We could also offer interviews at that time in case, I'm not quite sure we're going to have enough time for questions as we go through this, so there will be time at the end of the presentation if there are further interviews required. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce His Excellency Tom Dodd, the British Ambassador to Finland. Tom.
So thank you, Paul, and good morning, everybody. It's very good to be here in Finland. It's very good to be at Satakunta. Thank you very much for coming and hosting this event. A packed room. I think that demonstrates the real importance of HX actually for Finland. This is a big aircraft, a big decision. I know there are some international colleagues here as well as Finnish journalists. Welcome to them too. It is actually a remarkably warm Finland at the moment, so don't be confused. I think it's cold outside, it's not cold at all. It's a pleasure really to be here at this media day in support of the winter trial of Eurofighter. I'm speaking first because the UK is leading the Eurofighter campaign in Finland, and I'll be joined in a minute by my colleagues, Ambassador Gabriele Altana from Italy, Deputy Ambassadors Hans Koppel from Germany, and Luis Garcia Lumbados from Spain, and they'll be saying a few words in that order in a moment. Now I can confirm that this campaign has the full support of all 4 governments represented here today. The Eurofighter is the mainstay of the air forces of the UK, Germany, Italy and Spain, and will be for many decades to come. The aircraft is proven operationally, particularly in cold weather climates in Baltic air policing. The RAF has also used this operationally in Syria and Iraq and in Libya to great success. My CV, personally, I have a lot of security background. I've spent a lot of time in conflict zones. And I can tell you how important it is to have an air force, an air combat fighter that turns up on time and is reliable. That is very important. And the Eurofighter is a very reliable and capable aircraft. Eurofighter is also the only pan-European aircraft in this competition. And to head off any questions about Brexit, I spend most of my time doing Brexit. Brexit is completely irrelevant to this competition, to the Eurofighter offer, in terms of contracting, supply and support. This is not an EU project, it is not an EU plane. It has nothing to do with Brexit. This is a pan-European offer, but obviously for the UK, it builds on a deepening and very strong bilateral defence relationship with Finland. The UK is doing more in Finland defence-wise in terms of air, ship and land forces than ever actually in Finland's history as an independent state. We also, as the UK, we have a very long defence industrial partnership with Finland. If you look at the Hawk, for example, the training mainstay of the Finnish Air Force, that goes back right back to the 1960s. I have a picture in my office of President Kekkonen sitting in a Hawk plane from the 1960s. So this is a long-term relationship. Overall, we believe that this is the best fit for Finland's needs in terms of capability, reliability and adaptability into the future. We commend this plane to you, and now I pass to my Italian counterpart. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen. Not about the plane, but about what the platform means for Italy, what it has meant in the recent past. We got almost 90 of them, mostly one-seaters. They form the backbone and the bulk of our Air Force, and they will be the backbone of our Air Force for many years to come. Operated with success, not big problems. Operated on our territory in allied countries, in environments ranging from Iceland to Estonia to Libya. It's a reliable, sturdy, versatile plane, and our Air Force is very satisfied with them. As Tom said, it's a European plane, but it doesn't mean that it appeals only to Europeans. As the UK is leading the campaign here, the four partners are sharing this job around the world. We did it in a number of countries, including Kuwait, where the initial operating capability will be declared next summer. 28 of them equipped with custom chosen range of various things chosen by the client, adapted to their needs, and we think, the four nations, that this approach could be followed also here in Finland. And now I leave the floor for my two next colleagues. Hans.
Good morning, Commanders. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for Germany. For Germany, the Eurofighter is of utmost importance now and in the future. This has to be seen in the light of technical and operational capabilities of the Eurofighter jet as weapon system, and in the strategic context as well. The Eurofighter stands, as it was mentioned by my predecessors, for a highly successful European four-nation partner nations program. It offers its users broad possibilities to be integrated into European fighters' users' structures and benefits from efficient and effective international cooperation with European air forces of Germany, Great Britain, Italy and Spain. Just one, but a particularly convincing example of great benefits and potential of the Eurofighter community surely is the Royal Air Force German Luftwaffe combined air policing project and NATO's air policing Baltic missions. It was mentioned before, and I think next door's neighbor, when our president was actually visiting Finland last year, he was actually accompanied by European fighter jets into the Finnish airspace at that time. Thank you again very much. At the moment, Germany is operating 140 Eurofighters, and the decision to replace Tranche 1 Eurofighters by up to 38 brand new Tranche 4 aircrafts has been taken, and the contractual preparations are ongoing. The delivery is forecast to start 2025, just being in line and in accordance what we've just seen with the Finnish fighter plan replacement planning. Eurofighter is and will be and remain the backbone of the German Air Force well into the second half of the century, and will play a very important role in the future combat air system, so-called FCAS. This is why Germany has greatest interest in permanently keeping the Eurofighter in an up-to status up-to-date status. And I want to reiterate, of course, that Germany can offer support and partnership in case of a pro-Eurofighter decision. Thank you very much. Now, my Spanish contribution.
Huomenta, good morning. I am the Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of Spain to Finland. I'm very glad to be here in the context of the supporting the Eurofighter campaign. I want to share some brief remarks in addition to what the previous heads of mission said. Eurofighter, which is a program with a true European character, has proven itself as the ideal alternative, low risk and with fast implementation for Spain, for my country. From our perspective, the Eurofighter is the only aircraft that guarantees Spain sovereign control and security of supply. When it comes to the confidence of Spain in Eurofighter, I have to share with you the following information. My country approved a budget of 906 million euros in 2018 for the modernization of its Eurofighters fleet through the P2E version, phase 2 enhancement. I want to focus on one of the numerous fields with positive aspects of the Eurofighter program. So please let me focus on the fact that the Eurofighter program has been and can continue to be one of the main engines of the aerospace sector in Spain. There are more than 30 companies which act as subcontractors of the Eurofighter. In Spain, the total employment generated by the Eurofighter program is estimated at some 22,000 employees, which include direct, indirect, and induced. And something at last, which I think is a crucial element of these impact, a very important impact in the aerospace sector, is that most of these jobs are highly qualified, participating in all the developments made in the program, and acquiring a technology that is highly transferable to other industrial sectors of the country. Kiitos paljon.